Hello, everyone. We're just waiting for a couple minutes before we start. Um, as an update, our eagle hunter is running late. So we'll have to, I guess I can go over some housekeeping. I just want to start out by thanking you guys for joining us. It's early morning. Hopefully, you have your coffee like me. I'm calling in from Peru. My name is Marinelle, and I met some of you last week, and we canceled the meeting with the nomads. One thing I want to remind everyone: please mute your Zoom if you can, just because we want to avoid noise. And also, if you have questions, it's going to be pretty interactive. We don't want it to be kind of like an academic lecture, but it's really just sharing stories. And if you have questions, if you're curious, you're welcome to ask anything you want about the people presenting. And I wanted to also actually I'll look at my list of things before I forget. I want to remind you guys that this is being recorded. Some people are not able to make it. I know it's Labor Day weekend in US, so we're gonna miss a lot of people because of that reason. So we're gonna record it so they can at least watch the meeting. And let's see what other housekeeping I have. We may have some audio video problems. I'm calling in from Peru. We have people from Mongolia, so please bear with us because this is the first time we're doing it. It's really the Mongolian nomads have never really done something like this, and I've never done it myself, which is kind of like we're all global at this point. I just want to remind you that this is Khusvegi English and Nomadic Culture Camp. It is a tourism project that's starting out and launching in June of 2022. So I think while people are trickling in, I can just sort of give you an overview of our project so people understand what this is about. This is actually part of that camp that we're doing next year. We want to sort of give you guys an idea of how it's going to look like next year and give you a glimpse of the nomadic life if you ever join our camp to be a nomad. Um, Let me just look at my notes real quick. I can find it. How are you all doing? All doing good? Oh, we have a good number of people. So, so let me, again, if you have questions, send it via chat. I'll try my best to monitor the chat. And I'm going to introduce everyone so you know who's coming in from Mongolia. So yeah, I think those are all the housekeeping. I also want to send you a link to the survey after, maybe you can just, complete that after this meeting. We would really appreciate filling out the survey because we are a finalist for the 2021 competition for tourism social entrepreneurship with United Nations. So we would really appreciate your input so we understand how to format this program for next year. So I think there's a chat message here. Just want to make sure. Um, Oh, it's hello, Dave, David. Okay, okay. So, let me go ahead and just sort of share my screen. So bear with me for a second, just to give an overview what this is about. So this is our project. It's called Khusvegi English and Nomadic Culture Camp. We're a finalist for the social entrepreneurship competition in tourism. Our finals is coming up on September 13th. We're gonna have a pitching competition and let me move some of the stuff. And so I just want to give you an overview of what this is about. And I guess I should also explain who I am. So this is the competition that we're part of. So my name is Marinelle. I run a media platform called Brangal Trekker. And also I run a mountain trekking company called Equity Global Treks, and also a nonprofit human rights organization, the Porter Voice Collective. So I used to be a lawyer from Washington, D.C. So hello to all my D.C. friends. Some of you I know. I used to run Meetup as an organizer, led trips all over the world for a decade and took people to over 20 countries. I changed my career in 2017 when my mother passed away, decided I no longer want to be a lawyer. So I became a global mountain nomad. Hence, I'm in the Andes of Peru right now. Last year, because of the pandemic, I kind of got caught in a situation. I was supposed to like lead a mountain trekking tour of the migration trip with all women nomads in Mongolia in February 2022. But lo and behold, the border shut down. And so this is me in Mongolia, getting stuck. Actually, this was a stranded life for me, and this was in February and March, and then time kind of passed on and went, and I thought I was going to get out of Mongolia in a matter of days and weeks, and then months went by, and lo and behold, I was stuck there for quite some time. And this is how I met the Kazakh nomads and the eagle hunters, because they welcomed me into their home. This is the region of the Kazakh nomads in the Western Mongolia part. That's the landscape. All in all, I lived in Mongolia accidentally for 294 days. I want to refer to this part of my life as a nomad as a deliberate, a life-changing accident that was waiting to happen. So, in all honesty, I think the experience for me really sort of sort of took me to this idea of you got to celebrate life, and maybe if you have a chance, be a nomad, because that's really how I sum up the whole pandemic experience in Mongolia. Rather than be afraid of life because of the darkness that we were all experiencing last year, somehow along the way I was able to find a celebration out of it. So so that's me. That's sort of in a nutshell what it was about. But I do want to tell you why this program is happening. I'm part of the industry, the tourism industry, for the past 5 years now, because I have a mountain trekking company. In this part of Mongolia, there's a click and go cultural tourism happening. When I say that, that means a lot of the people, when they go to see the eagle hunters, they click and go. They have a camera, they use it, they take photos at the festival, and they leave. And we're talking about a matter of just an hour or 2 hours worth of time. The other problem I notice is that there are language barriers. When you go to these festivals and try to meet an eagle hunter, it's really hard to communicate. And so the experience is at best kind of contrived and superficial. And also, one thing I noticed is the lack of community storytellers. There's not a lot of people in the community speaking English yet. And so what happens usually is when you go see the Kazakh nomads, you're going to hire a guide. You're gonna have to find someone from the outside community to to actually explain what's going on. So to me, that experience kind of makes it a bit less authentic and genuine, and the connection with the people is hard to cultivate because of those reasons. Also, along the lines of lacking community storytellers and not lacking really tourism, is that the local people don't have ownership of their own tourism. I want to just point that out as this, because this is kind of the gist of what this is about. So, oh, does someone have a question or anything? I heard some. Okay. If you have questions, put it on the chat, and then I'll try to answer after I finish this part. Then actually after this, I'm going to introduce everyone, and we're going to go through the tour of the community, the virtual tour. So the program feature, I just want to kind of describe it quickly. It's community led. The Lomads are leading this program. I'm facilitating it. It's a slow travel program, which is going to take 30 days. You're going to be basically spending your time living as a nomad with the eagle hunters. And then while you're doing that, you are going to be teaching English to the young Kazakh nomads, to give back to the community, because this is really what they want right now. It's not really monetary, it's mostly the skill. And for them, they want a future generation of young nomads to be able to speak English. And how does living like a nomad look like? Let me just give you a sort of a quick overview. Well, it's really about celebrating life, and that's how does that look like? You're going to live in a nomadic house. This is a typical house that you'll see, kind of the structure that you'll see in Sagsai, and the landscape as you could see. So you will definitely be living in one of the houses with the nomads. This is one of the best parts. You're going to enjoy the local food and conversations. It's going to be communal. You're going to be with the community. They're going to invite you in, and you're just going to basically learn about the different cuisines. Very hard to pronounce, by the way. I still haven't figured out everything, to be honest. They speak Kazakh, as you may or may not know, not Mongolian. So it's a specific language. So you're gonna have a lot of time with them at night. They love having dinners and having conversations like I did. These are a lot of cookies that you'll see. That's like every single day you'll have cookies. It's just a regular staple of the house. Then you'll have textiles and handicrafts. You're gonna be able to see what kind of handicrafts they have. There are weavers and people who do a lot, they make their own clothing still, the community. Although it's modern these days, right? They do shop for clothes at stores as well. But one of the classic things that they do is to create their clothing for eagle hunting, like this one. This is Selma Deer, the 10-year-old eagle huntress who I taught English to. She is the champion right now of the Sagsay Eagle Hunting Festival last year, 10-year-old female hunter. So this is, homemade clothing. So definitely you'll see a lot of these also the background, you can see the textiles. Well, then of course, you can't be a nomad without migration. Even to this day, the nomads are still migrating, even though they're semi-nomadic now, which means they don't do it full time. So at least once a year, the families will migrate, sometimes more than once a year. And usually the reason why is because of the pasture. It's because of the herds. They still have camels. They have definitely have goats. They have, horses. But the camels are not as it used to be, in terms of migrating. And a migration can take a day. Sometimes it could be multiple days. Because of the modern times, they now do a lot of migration via car and motorcycle. So the culture is changing quite a bit, and I think we're going to see more of that in the future. So maybe this is actually a good reason why maybe this is a good time to spend more time with the nomads, because I don't know if this culture is going to mint this is going to stay unless we make an effort to do so, and if the local people are still interested in it. Just give you some photos of the actual herding that happens. These are like the sheep. They have a lot of sheep and baby goats. Landscapes. So when you become part of this program next year, you're going to be basically living here. This is your outdoor. When you open your window, you're going to see mountains. And this is a migration that we did last year that I was a part of, and we did some filming as well. Some of you might have seen the documentary that we created. Um, and so yeah, so the landscape, Mongolian landscape is huge. It just goes on and on forever. So there's hiking, there's fishing, there's camping, there's all sorts of things that you can do in the mountain area. And of course, you're gonna see the eagle hunters. They're gonna be part of your community. You're gonna teach eagle hunters. You're gonna live with them. You're gonna see them compete, but you're also gonna see the genuine way of having eagles and training eagles and going hunting in the community. Um, and yeah, and this is Steinbeck. This is the father of Amodir, who's the 10-year-old eagle huntress. And this is Sagsay Landscapes, where the camp will be next year. Yeah, so there's a lot of, connection with the animals. You get horses and eagles and all the herds. Everything about this experience is all about nature, to be honest. So I always feel like I'm celebrating life, whether it's my life or the the life of anybody else around me, including animals. So the camp features, just to give you an overview, we have going to be have four groups of students with different levels of English. We're going to be teaching in a GUR, so you can experience teaching using the GUR and its features, and also the outdoors. So it's going to be very, very interactive. And also your students are eagle hunters, so you can learn from them as well. It's not just teaching, it's really a cultural exchange between the students and the teachers. And this is Almodir. It's a shot that we did before she competed, she and her eagle. And she is one of the students for our camp. A lot of them are now women, basically competing. So you're not just going to see boys and men, you're going to see girls and women competing for the sport. So impact strategy, we are part of the United Nations Sustainable Developmental Goals. Our project is part of it. So we are trying to foster a new generation of English-speaking Kazakh nomads. We want them to be the storytellers, and this really goes to quality education. So we can provide the community some sort of English education that is quality, high quality. The second one we're focusing on is to preserve the eagle hunting tradition and nomadic culture. We plan to create a nomadic culture, Kazakh nomadic culture museum Eagle Hunting Museum and Library for the benefit of tourists as well as the community, especially the kids. So while, when the summer camp was over throughout the year, they can come to the library and study English or just study anything about the world outside Mongolia, outside the nomadic culture. So our cultural exchange will continue on with the library and the museum. And then the last thing we want to point out is the travelers. We want the travelers to have a transformative experience. They're gonna understand what the benefit is of long-term travel, which is like a 30-day slow travel, and what it means to foster a human connection that can last for a long time. I left Mongolia in December eventually, but Mongolia never left me. I have the connection with the community, and I think that is such a special thing when tourism can make that kind of create that kind of connection with other folks in other parts of the world. I think it can last a lifetime, and it's just a gift that you can have, and you can always celebrate life. I always feel like I am celebrating with them. So that's the overview of Khusvegi, and also it reduces inequalities as part of the UNDP UN Sustainable Development Goal. Now I want to introduce the exciting part. I want to introduce our leadership team. Let me see if there's any question. Oh, okay. There's some questions on the chat. I'll answer it. I'm making note of it. Okay, so I want to introduce our team. Hopefully they're here. Let me see if if they've connected before I do so. Ooh, let me double check. I don't see them. Uh-oh. Okay. Let me This is strange. I may have to use my phone. This is Baha. I want to introduce Baha to you. She is actually the co-founder of our project, and then she's actually a teacher. I want to say she's a guide. She's been working as a guide in the area. She's one of the few guides in the area. Actually, she may be the only English speaking guide. And this is why we were able to pull this off, this project, because it was her idea, it was her vision, and I also have an idea. So we kind of combined our ideas together and came up with the Khusvegi camp. Um, that's me. Um, this is Erke. She is a teacher as well, English teacher. She wants to work in tourism as well. She already does. She's graduating from university next year, so she's part of our team as well, creating this program. And this is Nazira, who's also a student, English teacher in the future. And so she's now in Ulaanbaatar and finishing her studies as well for next year. So this is our team. We're all women. And there will be Erke is here and Baha. They're supposed to be presenting today. So let me just double check if they're here because I haven't. Baha, Erke, are you here? Oh, there she is. Erke, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Can you turn on your video to see if it works? Maybe you can say hi. You and Baha can say hi to everyone. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Let me stop the share for a second here. Okay, so Urka's we need to find out the status of everyone in Mongolia right now because I don't know if the eagle hunter is here. Urke, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, how's it going? Is the eagle hunter there or?
Yeah, we will be reading 1 minute, we think.
Okay. So maybe while they're preparing, I wanna introduce them actually and have them maybe say something about themselves or if they want to say hi to you guys before we start the presentation. Does anyone have a question? Oh, maybe I can go through the chat and look at the questions while we're waiting for them. What time of the year is this? The camp. Oh, I guess I want to know what the question is. Are you talking about the camp for next year or?
That was when you had certain pictures up. I was just wondering what time of year those pictures were taken.
Yeah, so the migration that you saw with the camels, that was March last year. So it was actually outside. It wasn't summer. It was very cold. Mongolia has very harsh winter. It can be very, very it's below freezing usually. Um, there's a question about, are those the only days available? I think this is in reference to the summer camp next year. Um, is that right, Sterai? I just want Sterai asked the question. Not sure if I'm saying her name right, but the
Yes,
oh,
yes, yes.
okay, thank you. The camp is going to be from June 13 until July. Oh, sorry, June 11 until July 13. We did explore whether we can do it, throughout the year, but we decided we can't do it outside of summer um, because actually the season is so short for the summer season when it's comfortable. Also, the kids are very busy once the school starts in August. It's going to be hard to have a camp alongside the community just doesn't really feel like they can handle the logistics of having tourists come outside of June and July. So it's a yearly commitment to them, but it's special because it's 30 days outside the year where they're going to have a summer camp in their community. But yeah, it's because of the logistics and the season and the weather that we can't really do it outside June and July. So
Okay, thank you.
mhm.
So you say it's a yearly, so I know I can make it next year because I already
Okay,
had committed.
sure.
But
Yeah,
the following year or the year you can
yeah,
do that.
yes.
Okay, okay,
So
that's what I you know.
yes, yes. So it will be a yearly project with the nomads. It's a special, summer for them, where it's like, oh, the tourists will come and we're gonna have new teachers. So it's all exciting for them. It's like this one time that it happens a year, and it gives the kids motivation to study really well for English. So because the kids we're choosing are the ones who are really motivated to be part of the camp and really hone in their skills with English speaking. So and learning English. So, so the link to apply for the camp, I will send it to you guys at some point during this meeting. So, I'll do that definitely. It's the cost. I know you guys are all going to be asking that. We're still competing for the finals of the tourism competition, which is September 13. After that, we'll know for sure about our funding model and our whether we're going to get some funders, investors, because when that happens, it's going to help lower the cost as well for the travelers joining. So we're going to hold off on the cost, but we will do it. We'll do it as soon as the competition is over. By before this month is over, we'll have the cost. Okay, they're ready. So Erke, can you turn on your video? Oh wow, hi. Maybe you guys. Yeah, I think. So Baha, would you want, or maybe Baha or Erke, kind of just introduce everyone? Uh-oh.
Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us for the virtual tour today. So today we have on our meeting the most famous, oldest traditional eagle hunter, Juan Joel, and he's joining with his golden eagle. And also joining for our meeting two more ladies who makes the Kazakh traditional handcrafts, and also my brothers and my son and my guide Irke. She's joining our today's virtual tour.
Great, thanks, Baha.
Traditional eagle hunter has the more than 3,000 years history. It's one of our oldest traditional diamond culture. Only Kazakhs have the goal and training to hunt the animals. Every year here we organize the Altai Golden Eagle festivals and more tourists come to see it. And still now our people keep these golden traditions and they want to keep this eagle hunting tradition to generation to generation. So
Okay, thank you, Baha. So while wow, I kind of want to just join in with the with the tea. Usually the tea is amazing there. So, uh, hello. Oh, actually, I know some people. So, and then there's the eagle too. So, I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go and show you guys a video of the eagle hunting itself, sort of like how it looks like on a sort of usually when you go to Mongolia, you saw the competition, you see the competition, but you don't see the day-to-day life of the eagle and the hunters. So we kind of want to just show you some glimpse of how they feed the eagle and sort of take care of them and how to do they do training for eagle hunting. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. And bear with me for a second because I have to figure out the audio part of this. Please make sure you mute your mic, by the way, so we can avoid the noise. So this is I'm sharing my screen now, and I'm gonna change my audio, so I'm gonna sound a bit different. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you the video, and Baha and I can kind of talk about the eagle hunting tradition a little bit. If you have questions, I will monitor on the chat. Feel free to ask them about the eagle hunting tradition, and then Baha, maybe we can ask Wanjo about any questions that the folks have about the video. So okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you guys. So I guess you guys noticed there is this cap on the eagle. That's very typical. It's called hoot. It's actually to keep them calm because if they see things with their eyes, they start panicking. So just so you know, because it's one thing you will notice with the eagles in Mongolia, they always wear this cap. Um, So this was filmed last year as part of the documentary that we did called "We Are Nomads," and men, the men will have their eagle. The eagles can weigh about 15 kilos, and then that there is a art in terms of trying to get your eagle if you want to be a hunter, and Baha, do you want to kind of explain that part, like how do you catch an eagle? Or what is the criteria for it?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Eagles, they are usually eating only the meat. So
Do we still
the
have
eagle hunter man.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear her.
Baha, okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not sure. Are you guys able to hear me? I just want to make sure my audio is okay.
Yes, we can hear you also.
Oh, okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay. Okay. Well, I think maybe they're having connection issues. So I can explain a little bit. The eagle hunters, they have to go to the mountains and catch their eagle. But it's a specific eagle they're looking for. And I wish RK or Baha can explain more because they know more details. But it's a female. The eagle is female. They catch them when
Yes.
they're
Yeah.
young, and so it's kind of an art form how you do it because you have to search for it in the mountains, and then once you have them, you have to build trust with them. So as you can see, this guy, he's feeding his eagle
Yes.
rather closely, and that's really kind of a feat. You can't just have a relationship with an eagle just like that. It takes years and years to create trust between the animal and the person. Oh, you can hear them. Oh crap. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I think my audio is. I think I'm the one who's got an issue with the audio. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
So,
eagle hunters, they usually go to for the snow peak, usually, and from there they can catch the eagles from the nests. They will for the there. They will bring the sometimes baby eagles, sometimes the oldest one. At home, they start the training time every year. They repeat the training time with the same eagle. So eagles can stay with this family more than 10 years, or they can stay less than 10 years. After that, they will release to the usually hunting with the golden eagle. It's the time in winter. Winter time, they go for the mountain and they are going to hunt their wild animals such as fox, kids, and one of the strongest eagles can catch. Feeding the eagle, they usually choose the fresh meat. It can be meat of the rabbit, marmot. Cold winter time. They like the wind, snow, and summertime. Usually they are just staying outside of the home.
okay.
Just outside, and they eating the with the meat, and all of the eagles are now very fat.
Yeah.
After summertime, in autumn time, they start to training time. Every year, they repeat training time in autumn, in August. So today, our eagle hunters, his first day of training. Training time was eagles. Why they are at home? It's our one of tradition. Eagles are one of the member of family. So for this man, his eagle like his son. His eagle name is Khusvegi. So today was his first day of training. After repeat his training every day until October. After that, they ready for hunting. November, winter time is the best time for the eagles hunting time. I think his golden eagle missed the winter. So this summer, I think his eagle is enough fat. Yeah, today is more than 8 kilos weights.
Yeah,
If you want to ask question, you can.
yeah, if you guys want to ask questions, feel free put it on chat if you want. I can tell Baha about the question.
Yeah, do they use the eagles to hunt other animals or do they hunt the eagles?
Again, sorry?
Do they train the eagles and use them to hunt other animals or do they hunt the eagles?
Yeah.
So Baha, she's asking if they train the eagles to hunt animals.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes, yeah. His eagles going for the hunting, such as animals, fox, rabbits, and strongest one can catch the wolf.
Hmm. But they don't kill these eagles, is it?
No.
Yeah, sometimes they attack each other.
Oh, well, yeah.
So
Yeah.
who are the
Oh.
strongest, they will the winner.
Oh, but these people, Mongolian people, actually don't kill the eagles. That's not what eagle hunting means.
No. By
Ah,
using the golden eagle, they can hunt another.
and
In the past, we used as animals for the making these beautiful traditional clothes. The skin of fox.
Yeah, so usually
so
the eagle is used to hunt for food back in the day, and then to also hunt for fur so they can make clothes.
Yes, fur, skin of the animals.
Yeah, skin. Yeah.
Today, we also like the environment, ecological, environmental people. So today we just try to keep this tradition, not more killing the animals, but of course, our eagle hunters, they love to go for the traveling with the eagles in winter. It's adventure sport, riding on a horse and riding on the mountains, traveling with his golden eagle, talking with his eagles, riding on the horse on the mountain. It's adventure sport today.
do they do eagle racing?
Eagle racing?
Yeah.
No, horse riding, yeah, of course. When they are halt, their eagles on the hand and they are on the horse. They are so racing with their friends. Yeah,
Yes,
they are
but
for that they are first preferring the best horse.
no, best eagle. There used to be an ancient sport called eagle racing. Like flying the eagles in a competition.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, of course. Sometimes they participated for the competitions with their friends, other eagle hunters. Try to test which one is the pest. Which eagles are the pests, can catch the animals. Testing which one is the strongest. Which eagle is the fastest. They want to choose. So for that, they will organize the competitions.
Do they feed snake meat to the eagle?
Snake? No.
Meat, yeah.
Only the fresh meat from the sheep. It can be as animals meat like rabbit meat.
I just want to show you that the training that happens. Usually, the father will teach the daughter or the son how to do eagle hunting, and this is the house where they live, so they just have the eagle at their house, and during outside of winter, they will do a lot of training with the eagle. This is the costume or the attire that they have to wear for the competition. They get graded for that, so you have to be able to present well, look good as well, so you can get the points. As you can see, Almudir, there's a technique for calming an eagle. She pets her eagle on the neck. This was when last year we went on eagle hunting trip with the hunters. Okay, so there are some. Okay, let me just show you. This is the part where Almudir is training her eagle. This is the actual training for them, pulling rabbit meat on a string. So you lure the eagle to come. There you go. That's not really a very good performance by the eagle, but usually they fly high from a hill. That's a rabbit meat that Almadir is feeding the eagle. And that takes a lot of energy and strength to carry an eagle. As you can see, it's a huge animal. And Almadir is tiny. She's only 10 years old. Yeah, she is an eagle hunter. She will be one of the students. So, there's some questions coming in. I see children compete, so maybe the English students we might work with. Yes, they will be your students. There's a question on the decoration. Let's see. Oh, Erica's responding. So the decoration, cap decoration, let me just turn off the video. The cap decoration is just for beauty of the eagle and means very precious eagle. So Erica is talking about the eagle cap decoration. It's for the beauty of the eagle and to show how valuable they are. So let me, Erica, you want to say anything, or Baha?
Yes, now we are going to introduce you the Kazakh handcrafts.
Okay.
Yeah, Kazakh ladies. These two ladies, they are making the yeah. She's making the wall carpets. So of our women, they know how to make the Kazakh traditional handcrafts. They are also learning from their parents. It's also one of our old traditions. So she's making this wall carpet. Yeah. She was learning this, making these beautiful handcrafts from her mother. So still now she is making. She can make her clothes by herself. They also making the beautiful customs for the eagle hunters. All of the traditional clothes made by Kazakh ladies. So all carpets for our Kazakh traditional gear for the small teepee that we are living in summer. In winter, nomads were living in the teepee. So I think women, they must make the handcrafts. So today they are teaching their daughters, all of the women, they have to teach to their daughters how to make the handcrafts. Here you can see the wallet. Small purse. Bags, and for the chair, for the sofa, for the table. and bags for the lady girls. So for making these wall carpets, it takes more than 3 months. Thank you. And this one is on the floor. This one is in floor carpet from the wool of the animals. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
What does that name of the festival, Nadam, mean?
Do you have any questions?
I think Baha Urke, there's a question about what does the Nadam festival, the word Nadam mean?
Can you? Are you hearing us?
Okay, so we have a sound issue with Urke. I think Urke is
Can you
able
hear
to
me?
answer. Urke, is that you?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay.
I think someone asked about Nadam, what Nadam means.
Mhm.
Nadam means holiday. Mongolia.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, Nadam means Mongolian national holiday. Mongolian national holiday, and it's the day for the Independence Day of the Mongolia.
Someone says it means games.
Yeah, they have different games like archery, wrestling. There's an
Including the games.
yeah.
But in Sanskrit, it means sound vibration. Nadam,
Nadam
maybe
means holiday.
sound.
Holiday.
If are there any other questions regarding the handicrafts? We can move on to. I think Baha prepared some amazing cuisine for us. Um, I don't know if anyone else has any question. We can move on to the third part just to show the food. So Baha, do you want to start talking about the food maybe on the table that you have there, and then talk about the five
Yes.
fingers? Okay. So I think they're preparing. I think they're preparing the food for us to see. Um, okay, here we go. And while they're doing that, I want to share the link to the Khusvegi camp. Someone asked about how to join the camp next year and how to fill out the application. I'm sending the link on the, oh, oops, I'm sending the link on the chat for everyone to learn more about the program and apply for the program.
Yeah,
There.
we're going to introduce our food in a few minutes.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Someone asked, what is that fruit? I think it's watermelon.
It's watermelon, which is typical our fruit, which is grow in our Mongolia very most.
Our traditional meal big dish is ready. It's called Kazakh traditional food. It's called bisparmak. It means meat. Bisparmak means 5 finger. So nomads usually they eat by 5 fingers. Kazakh traditional nomads big dish bisparmak. So first for this meal, who are the oldest men? Who are the oldest men? So they will give the wish. Bata. So they will wish the good health, success. So his wish was meaning he wishes for us good health, success in your jobs, and more nice days in the future. So only the
And Baha, can you talk about the meat? What kind of meat do you have in there?
Here we have the horse meat. From the sheep. And potatoes and the steamed flour. So only for the oldest men, only the men, they can use the knife and they will slowly cut the pieces of meat. Others
Which
will
meat?
wait after that. After that, they can eat.
What is that white meat he is cutting?
Only the men, they can use the knife.
No, no.
The
What is
horse
that
meat.
white thing he is cutting?
The white thing that you see is
Only
bread.
the men, yeah, they can cutting the piece of meat and potatoes, steamed flour.
Yeah, steamed flour, dough.
Yeah, steamed flour. It's the white meat. Steamed flour, it's not white meat. Mhm. And potatoes and horse meat, sheep meat.
Yeah, if anyone else has any questions, feel free to just speak up or turn on your audio. And while they're eating, we can just answer general questions that you may have. So there's a question, are there options for vegetarians? Urke, are you able to connect? So there is, but I mean, locally, the locals don't really eat they're not vegetarians. I guess I should put it that way. And I haven't met any local people who were vegetarians. So, but if you're a vegetarian, and I try to eat vegetables myself when I was there, there's plenty of vegetables as well that's available. They have like obviously they have potatoes, they have carrots, kind of like root vegetables, but they also have leafy vegetables. They have broccoli and cauliflower, tomatoes. You will find the basic. It won't be like as varied as you might think, in other parts of the world, but there can be vegetarian option. Another question came in: how far is this area from the nearest city? The nearest city is Ugi, which is 23 kilometers. So the public bus will take you about less than an hour to get from Ugi to Saksai. So Ugi has all the products that you can buy. It's the biggest city in Western Mongolia. Medical facilities. Yes, there is a clinic in Sagsai, the village that they live in, but there's also a hospital in Ugi. So yeah, I mean it's doable. I lived there myself. I became kind of a local. I rented an apartment in Ugi, so I know the town really well. And I even saw a dentist there, and it was really you just really need to have an interpreter because the language barrier is quite, a challenge. But I got my tooth seen by a dentist and it worked. So it's like any other place in the world. Dating. Oh, wow. I didn't date when I was there. So I guess that's the experience I can share. Although that's a joke, but it's not really a joke on my end. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I actually a lot of people are married. There's a huge population of married people. I think, generally speaking, the nomads in that part of, I think, generally speaking, in Mongolia, most people get married young, in their 20s. So, it's rather, it's not a lot of single people unless you're really young in your 20s. So. And also the religion is Islam. They're Muslim, but they're very liberal. I actually, as a woman, never felt any sense of feeling, kind of like discriminated based on me being a woman. I think the men are very polite and very kind. So, and everyone really, even the women and men. So yeah, I mean, it's a very different culture. Even for me, I'm Filipina, and to me, this is totally different from my own culture, and also American because I'm Filipino American. So, I think being there is just gives you a very different perspective. Any age limit for the tour? No, I mean, we are going to set it at 18 and above, so you have to be an adult. And I think if there is going to be, some people ask me if they can bring their kids. That's probably something we can explore further because some parent wants to come and teach, and then they want to have their kids also join them, but at the camp. That might be possible, but we have to look into that if that's okay with the community. But there is no age limit for the tour at this time. So yeah, and it's the tour is mixed. Yeah, men and women participants can join. If you have English, if you have teaching background, that would be amazing for the community, but it's not required. Um, so yeah, let me, I guess I could just share you. One thing I could share with you is, yeah, I guess I could just share the screen right here. So yeah, for the camp itself, it's really open to everyone who likes outdoors and adventure. Doesn't mind not showering for a day or two. In Ugi, you have to go to Ugi to get your shower. The maximum number of group will for the participants would be eight teachers, eight participants and travelers. We want to keep it small because it creates a better connection with the community. Otherwise, they're gonna feel overwhelmed. Do we have a syllabus for English? We're working on the syllabus and the travel dossier at this point, and so we're gonna provide that to the participants. So yeah. Um, Actually, you could take a you can someone asked about the bath for month. You cannot take a bath for month because locally the people don't really shower. they actually go to Ugi to take a public bath, but honestly, it's not really something that people do every day. So that's really the nature of being a nomad. You
Oh, I'm
pretty much,
loving Mongolia already.
yeah, it's really the simplicity of everything. You forget you don't have to worry about showers. You have to worry about the most important things in life, the connection to nature and the people around you. And just, and once you get rid of all the other things that we worry about, it's a celebration of life. Everything is just all about life, and you forget about everything else that don't really matter, to be honest. That's my experience there. I taught English to the kids, and that was amazing. We have to include the English component. People kind of think that might be a work kind of thing, but honestly, it's actually what added to the experience so much is to connect with them. So yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, I will give you my email right now and then send you all the information you need and also send you the link to the program. Um, oh, wait, I needed to give it to everyone. So, yeah, so we're hoping we could have the program starting next year as a pilot program, and we want to continue it on every year. So if you can't join next year, please join us in the future and tell your friends and share it with them, and hopefully we'll have folks joining us. So anyway, I want to thank everyone for joining. Have a lovely morning. I know it's I think the Baha and those guys have already disconnected. I think they lost connection. So, but thank you for joining. I think this matters a lot to them because they want to really share. Um, and so yeah, so thanks for everyone for joining this morning. Have a good morning. Take care. Bye bye.